This video will be brief, but you should actually have this game on your radar, or you should be excited for it somewhat. And the game that I'm actually going to be talking about is going to be called Demon Slayer Midnight Sun. So this game, I actually did see a video of it from Ghost in the Cosmos, and then I started going down a loophole to try and find out more things about it. And if I'm being honest, I wish I knew about it earlier so that I could make a more constructed video on it. But what this game actually is that it's a new Demon Slayer game, and it's not like any other Demon Slayer game. And I promise this isn't just the YouTuber side of me kicking in to try and promote it off to you. This game actually is different. It does not function like Project Slayers, and I think the closest comparison to it would actually have to be something like Wisteria or Wisteria 2 if you did play those games back then. So just to give you some brief information about this game is that it's a Demon Slayer game, but this game actually takes a lot of its inspiration from a game called Sakura. And just in case you don't know what Sakura is, it's pretty much like the story of a shinobi who's actually trying to take revenge on a samurai clan. And it's based on this because the main aspects of this game, it has like, you have parrying. Parrying is one of them. You also have stuff like grappling hooks, gadgets, and in general, it's just like a whole shinobi outlook on it being placed into this game, which is a Demon Slayer game. And it kind of makes sense because if you look at the time period that Sekiro was supposed to be happening in, you could kind of relate that back to Demon Slayer itself. It's like, I don't want to say medieval, but it is kind of old times where there were samurais and stuff running around fighting off evil spirits or just other people in general. But this game does take its features from Sekiro, and that actually means that this game has parrying in it. And you're probably thinking of Deep Woken, and yes, you're right, parrying. And the game also has grappling, and it was shown to us from some of the testers that actually made footage for this game. And not only that, but the progression for this game actually has a really important thing to take away, and it's the fact that it doesn't have levels from what I can see. I've watched a couple of videos on this game since I've originally learned from it, and there is not a single EXP bar level up system that I've seen at all. So what this is actually telling me is that this game is going to be more based on your character progressing and not just grinding, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is basically you would have to progress your character by simply trying to better yourself with the features in the game, like learning the combat, getting a robotic arm, participating in open world events that spawn at night, or using your flamethrower. Because that's the game. And the game's basically trying to turn you into guts. So that means I'm Griffith. But enough of that. This pretty much means that it's not like any other Demon Slayer game where you would have to go from point A to point B and farm at the best place for you to level up in, which is essentially just like you would grind this to go grind that and etc. You kind of know the whole formula with other games so far, but this game actually is something different, and I kind of related it to Wisteria 2 because Wisteria 2 did have some type of progression like this where you wouldn't have to strictly go grind off a certain set of bandits to try and progress. However, the game is actually going to be releasing today at 2 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to see when it's going to release in your time zone, then you can actually join the Discord server. I'll leave a link inside the description, and you can just click on the link to see the exact timer for it. So the game is actually releasing pretty early inside my time, and yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have to say. Please feel free to comment and let me know your thoughts on this game so far, just from like the surface level information that I gave you, because if I'm being honest, I think it would be a pretty nice thing to play, and it will actually feel really rewarding in the end game when you're actually playing the PvP. PvP seems to be the most important aspect of it to me because there's a lot of skills and features that work best for PvP, and that's actually completely fine with me because I would rather prefer to play a game where it's more PvP orientated versus like a mixture of both, or just having to, grind something. But that's just my personal take. If you feel different on it, let me know because I do read the comments. So yeah, outside of that, this video was short, and I'll actually upload another one on this game when it actually releases, and I'll do a more in-depth review based off how I actually feel playing it. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching it. So you could also like it too. That's only if you enjoyed it. And sorry for calling myself Griffith. The demons got the best of me.